I'm sure you listen to more Indian music than me, but have you ever seen it? Hi, I'm H to the Stage. I'm a vocal coach, musician, singer-songwriter, and today I'm checking out Sawai Kesariya Balma performance from Indian Idol Season 12. I've extracted the vocals so we can listen to it in isolation so we can pick apart more details, and I'm also going to put it into a software which is a pitch processing software and pitch correction software that basically does the same thing as Autotune but is just from a different brand. So we can actually see what this guy Sawai is doing. We will be able to see every vibrato, every note that he sings, dynamic in which he sings, just a lot of other cool things. I will have a lot to learn from this one, and maybe you will as well.
Kesariya,
Ooh.
kesariya, क्या बात है
Wow.
यार.
So this is beautiful. Oh my god, perfect in every way. Already I'm in love with this. So one thing that I want you to notice when we're watching this, the line that you're watching that goes like this is actually his pitch. So every single vibrato, you can see it here, is actually represented in that line. And these orange clouds are basically his volume, the dynamic in which he sings. If you notice this, I've noticed it just by listening, but now you can see it. He sung all of this in just one breath. And also this part as well. So maybe that's something that people do in Indian music, but I'm completely blown away by that.
Kesariya,
All of that in one breath. Oh my god.
kesariya.
Whew. And this sounds so good and so natural. So what would happen if I actually take all of this and I auto-tune it? Basically meaning that I pitch center all of these notes that are maybe a bit flat or a bit sharp, but that's what makes this performance actually beautiful. All of those notes are just natural and they give this essence of Indian music that we actually love. So without that, I think it's going to sound very weird, but let's see. So pitch correcting it 100% and also fixing the pitch drift, basically fixing any kind of unnecessary vibrato if he has. And let's listen to how it sounds now.
Kesariya.
Okay. There it doesn't sound good.
Kesariya.
This is okay. But this isn't actually better than the natural version. I believe that fixing Indian music with autotune is a sin. Not just Indian music, but especially Indian music, because Indian music, it consists of these micro intervals. So how does this software work? I put in the vocal track and it analyzes the whole track and then it decides on the key in which it is. So this is in the key of E flat major. So if Sawai had sung any note that's not in the key of E flat major, if I autocorrect a section just like I did a second ago, it will try to fix that note, pulling it either upwards or downwards into the note of the scale. So if he sang an E somewhere, it would try to correct that note a half step down, making it an E flat. But here's the thing, in music sometimes we borrow notes from other scales, and there are things like slides and stuff like that that we can't really fix. Slides are just sliding from every single note, so we're covering semitones and micro intervals, so that makes kind of a glissando, makes something beautiful that we can't really fix. But this makes it robotic and kind of makes it lose the essence, especially if you fix something that shouldn't be fixed if it's already good. Like, this guy could be a rock singer. What is this? Man, this sounds more efficient than some rock singers. I know rock singers that will kill to have a voice like this. What would happen if we pitch center all of this? Okay, since he doesn't have too many notes sunk here, it sounded better, but still in my opinion, it sounds way more beautiful when it's natural. Another thing, I think that his amount of vibrato is so perfect. If you even make it a bit faster, bigger, or if you make it a bit like slower or let's say shorter, I think that will completely mess this up. So first let's return it to the natural form and let's try to make the vibrato just a bit faster. Trust me, I already think this is gonna sound way weird. You know, especially this part. Sounds like he is singing while he's slipping on ice or something like that. He's just too good. He doesn't need any correction.
साजन आयो है सखी
Ooh.
काई मनवार करा ओ थाली भरूं गज मोतिया ऊपर नैन धरूं
Oh, this is so beautiful. How is he singing this so easy? Like, this sounds too easy to him. Now, what can we do with this? If I increase the vibrato again, it's definitely gonna sound weird because this is a faster section. So we can listen to maybe, let's say, this part.
थाली भरूं गज मोतिया
Sounds like somebody's fooling around.
थाली भरूं गज
Now let's do a different thing. What would happen if I completely murdered the vibrato and made it so slow that it's almost not existent?
परने
Now the thing that you will hear right now is the effect that usually I associate with Autotune, making everything way too robotic, and sometimes people use this, for example, in hip hop and in pop music. Sometimes they use it for backing vocals because backing vocals are kind of, in the back, so people think like, okay, we can mess around with them more than we can with the frontal voice. But again, like doing anything too much to this extent, to me just ruins completely the humanness of it. I can understand some music like electronic music where you can kind of want that effect, but the most music that I love to listen to, it just sounds weird.
साजन आयो है सखी काई मनवार करा
You know? Like you're raping a robot. I'm sorry, but
थाली भरूं गज मोतिया ऊपर नैन धरूं
one more thing real quickly. Autotune is just the name of, let's say, a brand that has their own pitch correction software. This pitch correction software is actually called Melodyne, so they're kind of a rival company for Autotune, but it's basically the same thing. Some software is maybe better for aggressive vocals, some is maybe better for softer vocals. Basically, they can do a lot of same things, and most people would argue that Melodyne is even a more powerful tool. It's almost like talking about hot tubs. Most people would say that they have a jacuzzi, although jacuzzi is just one brand of hot tubs. There are a lot of different brands of hot tubs, but you just say, you have a jacuzzi, although it can be some unknown brand.
kesariya
Whew. Again, all of this in one breath. I don't know, this guy has an oxygen pump somewhere. This is just out of this world.
kesariya balm aoni padharo mare देश जी kesariya balm aoni padharo mare
I just love these beautiful deep notes, and look at his range. Like, look at this line. There's not a singer out there that I know that sings this quickly and this correctly. Like, it's crazy. Let's try something interesting. And a quick disclaimer, I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I respect this guy so much. This is such beautiful singing, but this channel should be educational and fun as well, and I think we deserve a laugh here and there. So let's try to fool around with his voice without knowing actually what we're doing. So let's just pull around these notes randomly and see how they would sound. I can already tell you that it's gonna sound strange, especially when the jumps are this quick, but let's have fun. Don't get too serious about it. This is just goofing around. If you get offended by this, then that's your loss.
kesariya balm aoni
Awoo!
aoni padharo mare desh ji kesariya kesariya balm aoni padharo mare
I don't think there's anything better than being silly from time to time, but let's continue.
padharo mare padharo mare desh ji kesariya balm balm avoni badharu marte.
Just look at his pitch. Look at this. This is so quick. And this ascending line. Like he's a master of his voice. Listen one more time.
Badharu marte siji
Crazy.
kesariya balm avoni badharu marte.
Just incredible.
Sonari dharti jathe chandi ro
What?
asiman.
Again, this is just all done in almost one breath. First of all, this descending line is even bigger than the start. He's crazy. And look at this part. This is insanely hard to do.
Sonari dharti jathe chandi ro asiman.
Jesus, what's this? Oh, I'm not even going to ruin that. That would be just too much.
Rangi rangilo, rangi rangilo, rangi rangilo, rasi baro.
I wish I knew what he was singing about because this sounds so vulnerable and so kind of soft.
Rangi rangilo, rangi rangilo, rangi rangilo, rasi baro, pyaro.
The way he sings an E sound, it's so focused. Like this is crazy focused.
Rangi rangilo, rasi baro.
It almost sounds like it's auto-tuned, but it's not because I didn't do it.
Rangi rangilo, rasi.
Look at this E. That's pitch centered. Damn it! This is computer correct. Oh my god! It's completely in the middle.
Pyaro Rajasthan ji kesariya balam avoni badharu mare desh ji kesariya balam avoni badharu mare desh ji.
He doesn't need auto-tune. Auto-tune needs him.